Hey everybody, Tiffany here for Tiffany's Epiphanies, and I am from Alabama. So I wore my Roll Tide shirt today. Yes, I know Alabama lost. Everybody in the world is probably happy about it, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm not really the best Alabama fan ever. But here in Alabama, like, folks is all about wearing anything crimson, anything with Roll Tide, houndstooth. I mean, that's like dress up clothes. I worked in the restaurant industry for years, and that's something that I noticed. So today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit. I want to try not to make it too long. I'm going to talk about me being a Christian in the program. And sometimes it's really tough because, we all feel like we got burned in our active addiction, and a lot of people have a resentment against God. I was actually more ashamed of the things I did because I knew they were wrong. And God convicted me of that, even in my addictions. So today I just want to kind of talk about how I became a Christian. So it started when I was 10. I remember going to church a lot. My parents took us, and I started feeling a yearning at a young age. And my parents told me that I was not allowed to get saved until I was 13. They didn't feel I was ready. They didn't feel I understood what it meant to be a Christian. And I finally, at Vacation Bible School, I just couldn't stand it anymore. I went to the front, and like 10 kids followed me up there and all got saved, which is great, you know. And so I really loved it and got baptized, and I was really into school. I was really into Bible school, really into just being a good kid. I stayed busy a lot. I was in sports. I was in the band. I was in dance. And I was trying to be a good girl. Don't drink, don't smoke, didn't cuss. I was abstinent for like a long time, especially way after high school. I just didn't feel it was right. And after I became 19, 20, that's when I started making a lot of bad decisions because I was going out partying. By the time I was 26, that's when I just kind of became a full-blown alcoholic. It was really a sad situation. I made a lot of bad decisions, and I ended up being in outpatient treatment. And that's when I started realizing I was an alcoholic, because they make you go to meetings and things like that. I actually reached a bottom of mine, and I started, I reached my bottom. I believed finally in my innermost self that I was an alcoholic. Well, I just took the first step, but then in the future, I believed I was an alcoholic. And after 3 years, I just was kind of crazy and just trying to get better and feeling weird in myself. And when I finally did, I found a sponsor that explained things to me. Sorry, this is kind of late, me making this video. But, yeah, and I decided to go back to church to learn. I started by doing, just going to regular service. People didn't know me. They thought I was new, so I had to go to the old traditional services at 8 o'clock in the morning where everybody knew me, and build relationships up with people like that. And eventually they convinced me to come to Bible study classes, and I went to a class with a bunch of women with grandkids because an old teacher of mine asked me to come. But it was great because they were all involved, and they taught me to be involved. And eventually I'm in a Bible study now with people more my age, people I went to high school with, people that are married or people that are dating, which is something that I need. And so, and I've actually, I started off in the nursery, and then I became part of my church choir. I decided to get into some discipleships, learning about the Bible, which is a bunch of us women getting together and just studying the Bible and talking about it. And now I'm in Upward Basketball, and I help the cheerleaders. Work is kind of cut into that, so I had to cut my time with it, which makes me really sad. But the devil works. Whenever you're trying to fill yourself up with good, the devil doesn't like it, and he's trying to fit some stuff in to take me away from the good things that make me feel good, that replaces those feelings that I used to have when I wanted to drink or do drugs. So that kind of comes to today. We started back on another discipleship, and it's been really great, and it just makes me, I kind of feel convicted to kind of put a little bit of my Christian beliefs into my Facebook page and in my YouTube videos, because that is who I am. That is my testimony, and I'll talk more about it later. So I hope this opens your eyes, because as a Christian, I still have vices that I'm working on, because a lot of people say there's a bunch of hypocrites in the church, and I was like, the church is not made for perfect people. It's kind of like when I used to take CrossFit and everybody said I have to work out first before I go into CrossFit. That's not how church is. You know, people know that I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I've had guys reach out to me, women reach out to me like, hey, I drink a lot. What can I do? Can you help me? And of course I can, because that's what AA is all about. We help each other with things we've learned, with things that we've learned what not to do. We tell folks like, please don't do this. If you do, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's been a really long day. That's what we do at AA. We just help others. So hopefully this helps someone today. You know, it helped you learn a little bit more about me. We're going to talk more about it in the future. Sometimes you're going to see this big old Bible with all these in here because we take notes at church. I'm going to make a little special book for these because we also have, like, my Bible has these lines on the side and I can take notes. So that's what I do, is I take notes. And this is my newest little big book, and it doesn't have a lot of the stuff in it, but I'm reading it again because I just want to feel better always. So that's just that, shedding a little light. Don't want to make it too long because, I mean, some people don't want to hear 10 minutes of Jesus. But let's just start you off with 6. So I hope you have a great evening. Hope it helped you. If not, put it in your spiritual toolkit for later. Like I like to say, from now on, I really want to just tell you to live one day at a time, live in today. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment down below. I would appreciate you to subscribe to my channel if you just happened across this, and hit a reminder if you ever want to see anything kooky, like just my kooky thought of the day or whatnot. I appreciate the time you've taken to watch this video. Have a